myself.
And in 3, 2, 1. Brady likes peanuts in his mouth. Welcome back to the podcast.
Well, it wouldn't be welcome back if this is our first one.
Yeah, if this is the first one, it's
This
not
is
welcome back.
Redo it.
This is the
Redo it.
first. Okay.
You gotta redo it.
All right.
Something did not work well with my stomach today.
Why?
I don't know.
Drank too much last night?
No, I just need to take a shit again.
I mean, fuck. If you take a shit, that's like 20 minutes.
At least.
Can you go take a shit and
let's just go.
Why don't you just leave your phone here and go take a shit?
I can't do that. I'm gonna level with you. We're gonna fucking start now. I need to take a shit.
Jesus Christ. You're gonna hold your shit for like 40 minutes?
40 minutes.
Well, let's go so you don't have to wait for fucking ever.
Alright. Countdown.
Jesus Christ, just start.
10.
Oh my
9.
I'm about to walk out in a few seconds.
Go take a shit.
I'm not going to. Just start.
Okay.
Alright, ready?
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the first ever Buzzed Bullshit podcast.
Now you must acquire a taste for freeform jazz.
It's your host. I'm assuming I'm the host. I've talked the most. It's your host, TJ. Avid homosexual. Avid alcoholic. TJ here. Sucking dick, sucking drinks. And we're joined with, as always, Jay.
Yep.
We're on last name basis.
Almost last name basis.
I'll bleep that out, I'm sorry. Brady's here. Hi, Brady.
Hello.
And Gage isn't here. Our other roommate decided to play The Last of Us instead of record our podcast.
Really good
So, our special guest tonight is Matt, a friend from school.
That's what we're going with.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I have no idea.
What
That's
are
fine.
you?
It's whatever.
Avid homosexual.
Matt.
Also avid homosexual.
Avid homosexual.
Exactly. That's more like it now.
Tough life, tough guy. Matt.
It's mine.
Okay, Brady, you say it.
What's the thing to say it about right now?
I
So-
should pop up eventually.
So, we recorded one of these. Wasn't good. And so...
It was good.
It was good.
We couldn't put it on the internet.
Apparently we couldn't put it on the internet, so... Instead, we're recording another one. We had a different special guest. Crack it open.
In the mic.
In the mic. Wait, in the mic.
Oh, yeah. I heard
I
that.
see the spike.
Alcohol ASMR.
Yeah, so... Premise of this bad boy is pretty simple.
Cherry.
If you won't drink it, I will.
Well, I will, but I don't like it.
You're lucky I fuck with black cherry.
Black cherry's fucking good.
The premise of this is pretty simple. We're gonna drink and we're gonna, I don't know, shoot shit. So sound off on what you're drinking tonight, boys. Jay?
A bang.
Jay doesn't drink that often, so he got the pass from corporate. Our producers said he doesn't have to drink.
Also, I do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah,
so.
Jay doesn't give a shit. Brady, what you drinking tonight, big guy?
Well, I'm kind of a bitch, so I'm walking with the White Claw Black Cherry.
You just sprayed my drink on my face. I was trying to drink when you said that.
It's a hard seltzer. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Tell us about it.
You know, it bodies with a nice fucking gasoline taste. And fucks you.
Bends you over the desk and takes
Super
it-
mellow though.
super mellow drunk.
Only 100 calories, gluten free.
Proceeds to skull fuck
Please
you.
sponsor us.
Please. Dear White Claw, where the sponsorship at? Honestly, the fact that we're not sponsored yet is a disgrace.
Not even our first one.
The first episode. you're not
First
sponsored
episode, where's the sponsorship?
Who makes White Claw?
White Claw.
Is that a brand?
Uh-huh.
yet. Yeah.
Are you guys drinking the same thing?
Yeah, Matt and I are. So Matt and I are drinking rum and, or no, we're not drinking rum and coke.
No.
We're drinking
It's a
Fireball.
classic though.
I had a rum and coke before we started. Because I was like, let's get in the mood. I'm gonna chug a rum and coke, and then we're gonna record our podcast. And so I chugged a rum and coke, cherry coke slaps, and then I went on to the Fireball and Cream Soda. A&W Cream Soda, not as good as IBC.
No, this is not
These-
quite as good.
Yeah, it was better last night.
I have
I think so.
IBD.
Did you say IED?
IBD.
What is IBD?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
That's IBS, retard.
It's both. You can say both.
Oh, disorder.
Yeah.
I have that too.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, we know.
Cheers.
We know, TJ.
Welcome back to the Stomach Disease Podcast.
How are your stools lately?
Well,
What the fuck?
well, not great since I drank yesterday.
I'll do it.
I get the alcohol shits where it's just like, it's like a slide. It's just,
That's disgusting.
It's
been there.
Avid homosexual TJ.
it's like really dark.
It's the alcohol.
It's not the alcohol.
It's-
It's the fact that his ass was
My
destroyed
shit is
last night.
really dark, and it just like I have like a 2-minute warning
Dude,
before I shit my pants.
I don't think people even know that.
Maybe not even 2-minute warning.
It's about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
So
Get the fuck out of my way. Go to the bathroom.
So we had a party last night. That's where we can start. Matt and I got pretty fucked up. Actually, I don't know.
I wasn't that fucked
Matt
up.
didn't get fucked up. I
No.
got the most fucked
I
up.
stayed pretty chill last night.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't black out, but I was.
Did some blow.
You were getting close.
I wasn't close. I was in a
I
good.
don't know, man.
I was in a good state of mind. Did you drink last night, Jay? Just a little.
I drank a little bit. I
One
had
beer?
like a couple of sips of like everything.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's kind of what you. That's kind of
That's
what you
usually what
normally
I
do.
do. It's like I had some of your stuff yesterday. And
That's
then,
my go-to. Is I come up to him like, try my mix.
Yeah, and then I had.
When I walked in the door.
I
Try my
literally-
mix.
Yeah, that's kind of a go-to look for me.
I think I had some mics, and then
Fuck
I had a 90 light. So that's
Oh,
about
nice. Natter days.
it. That it is. It's the only thing I like. I don't
Yeah.
even. I mean, I don't really like it. I mean, I can tolerate it.
It's
though,
better than
'cause,
normal beer.
Yeah, I don't like
Nowadays
beer,
it's
so
good.
Natter days is good.
I don't like beer, so.
I'm drinking a beer tonight.
I bought made me buy them fucking Natter days last semester.
It's gonna be my RA next semester.
That's epic. I love.
Is he
It's
even
like
on
you-
campus right now?
He's in
No.
St. Louis.
Yeah,
Oh, he's like
basic.
basic.
Yeah, it's not basic. He already did basic. It's some
Close
kind of
to
training.
Whatever the next step after
Drill?
basic. Drill.
No, it's some kind of like.
Probably shouldn't talk about alcohol and
I mean, he can.
hence being in the military.
Yeah.
Hence bleep. There's more than one though.
Well, RA, great.
RA for random school that nobody knows.
Yeah. What school are we going to, huh, Brady?
University of Texas San Antonio.
Boom. There it is.
There we go.
And Brady goes to San Antonio Community College.
Tech school.
Technical school.
Yeah, okay.
Technically.
My bad.
Proceeds to push classes out. Technically,
Well, actually, what happened?
I actually fucking hate it.
But yeah, so we had people over last
To
night.
jump out.
I got fucked up.
As you do.
Was that more than what we had the time before?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
There were some different people over.
There was different people, yeah.
I think we definitely.
Which was
did that
cool.
Last time. Not by like a lot, but we think we did.
It was
a couple
close.
more maybe.
Yeah, maybe one or two. We should have invited my cousin.
Yeah, probably not.
No,
right?
probably not.
Fuck her.
Last
Why?
time I met your
She's
cousin.
allowed to Halloween. That's about it.
I don't even think I'm gonna invite her to
I would
Halloween.
not
I
invite
actually
her to
don't
Halloween.
invite
Yeah,
her.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
You have the babysitter ass.
Halloween's
How
gonna be
would
fun.
that
Let's not ruin it.
The cops will definitely be called.
Yeah. Should invite some of my high school work friends.
No, that was.
What's up, nerds? You trying to get shit faced?
Talked it again.
I'm gonna need you to keep the back window
Let's see, man.
unlocked just in case the cops show up.
Did you come on your phone, Brady?
There.
Check
It
out
is
the
kind of
window
like
over
sticky.
and Never look back.
Yeah, let's see.
Fuck
man.
yeah. Fall over halfway through because there's a divot in the yard and it's dark
That's
and
what
you're
we were
drunk.
watching anime earlier.
Chips fall. Face plant.
What?
Go back to the anime reference podcast that no one
You
will
saw
get.
Brightburn, dipshit.
It was in Brightburn. when
Oh,
he was
yeah,
talking
that's
to
not
us
an
about
anime.
Masturbating.
Fucking, what's his name from The Office?
Oh yeah, Daryl.
No.
No, not Daryl.
Daryl was the black guy.
Daryl is the black guy.
Jim, Dwight,
No.
Phyllis, Stanley.
What's his name? Doug?
Pam's,
Doug.
ex.
Is it Doug?
Pam's ex, Roy.
Roy.
Roy. Not Doug, Roy.
There's
Oh,
no
who the
Doug
fuck is
in The
Doug?
Office.
There's no Doug.
There's no Doug in
There
The
should be a
Office.
Doug. It's a perfect office name. Fuck that show.
You're a pussy.
I would have literally gone on
What?
every name if you would have never given me
I
that.
love
hint.
The Office.
No, you don't. Do
I've
you?
watched it 20
Yes.
times all the way through at least.
Oh my god.
I cried like twice in it.
What?
I cry at the end of every time.
Every time Michael leaves.
When
What?
Michael leaves and right at the end. when the show's over.
And one time I was really sad, and I watched when Pam and combine their names. When Pam and Jim. Just an office thing.
You just have to be there. You
Fuck
didn't
up.
understand.
Shut the fuck up.
Like when they were getting together and like it was cute. Like,
Shit, too.
Were you pretty alone during that time in your life?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's before you
Yeah.
met.
Weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You can't, Matt. What's rule number 1 of the podcast? House rules. You can't say names.
Well, no one told me these rules, man.
You said about 4 names.
I do what I want. House rules. Rule number 2. TJ does whatever the fuck
I
he
also
wants.
live in the house.
Yeah. Really? You like The Office?
I mean, I haven't seen it all. I mean, I like it.
It's better than Parks and Rec.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
that's better
a-
than Parks and Rec, but I do like Parks
That's
Parks
a
and Rec
ball-
is like a cheap knockoff.
That's a ballsy statement. Honestly,
I like Parks and Rec.
Oh, I do too. I've seen both of them.
honestly, Nick Offerman does it for me in Parks and Rec. That's the, like, that's why I would put it above The Office.
No.
You're gonna get so much hate. It's whatever though.
All the basic white bitches.
Fuck this podcast.
How do you not like The
I
Office?
don't like The Office.
Dear basic white bitches, liking The Office is not a personality trait.
Oh, bet. I beg to differ.
Yeah, Matt, you were included in the basic white bitches.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, okay.
Jim is my spirit animal.
Oh my god, I'm such a Pam.
I can relate to that.
It's gonna be a pussy cloud.
Yeah, it will be. Here I go. There it is, yeah.
What's our next topic?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? We talk about sports. Is what y'all want to. Oh, god damn it.
I gotta bleep it.
Fuck!
Y'all people want to talk about sports?
That's what I said the first time.
Y'all African American people?
I was hoping I could have got through the episode without bleeping anything.
You can just cut it out. You don't have to bleep it.
No, I like bleeping. It's funnier.
It's funnier.
Yeah.
You're right.
Also, we probably shouldn't be talking about jacking off about the first 5 minutes intro.
Why?
Who wants to listen to a guy talk about how many times they jack off in
Yeah,
a
it's
day?
true. You should say that one for the end.
You can just cut it and put that at the end.
It's true. You can do that.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll do that.
Fuck it, do it live.
We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. Thank you, Bill O'Reilly. We can put him on blast. He doesn't listen to the podcast. Hey, Bill O'Reilly. Fuck you. Wait, what was it? Oh, sports. Yeah, so I'll give you the rundown for sports here real quick.
People have phones too.
And yeah, this is how they get their news. I'm just gonna talk about 2 things. The Vikings won. You'd be-
Finally, on the
A
road.
fucking time.
yeah, right.
Fucking time
So
is
Kirk
on the
Cousins
road.
is the best quarterback in the NFL now.
He's a bust.
He
He's a
sucks
piece of-
dick.
He's such a pussy.
Playing it safe all the time.
Fuck football, actually.
Yeah. And America's team is now 5-0. They beat the most racist team in the NFL, so that's cool. Yo, fuck the Redskins.
Yeah.
Epic name, though.
The most racist team in the NFL.
Fuck with the Trail of
Damn right.
Tears.
And yeah, status update on football. Football still sucks dick. Still gay as hell. So that's that sports section. I had a list here.
Why don't we talk about stuff we talked about last time that we want to talk about seriously?
We could. I mean,
idea right there.
what's your opinion on politics?
I do not do politics.
No, Matt.
I stay out of the politics game.
Okay. Well,
Except for Trump's the greatest
Oh,
president
yeah.
we've ever had.
here I got one more football thing I want to say.
Keeping the Mexicans out.
It-
Behind Andrew Jackson and Ronald Reagan.
Abraham Lincoln.
Based.
I counted. He's a pretty good guy.
One more
Still
football.
got shot.
Oh,
Pussy.
One more football thing. Adrian Peterson just beat Jim Brown 5th all time for rushing yards.
And his kid.
Yeah, that's not the only thing he beats.
Jesus.
I said that just for you. Good setup.
That was my joke.
Yeah, that's why I said it. But yeah, so we could.
You're
I mean-
so cute. You finish each other's jokes.
You just
fuck
make out.
already.
Not the only thing we finish of each other's.
Who does he play for even now?
The Redskins. Yeah. He did that a few weeks ago.
He made the switch to the Redskins and the switch to his son's back.
The scars heal faster there. It's just a smart logistical move. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. Is that the line?
No. It's just fun.
Jay, what nationality are you?
Why does it matter?
I'm just curious.
For those of you-
You're a racist bastard anyway. You're making fucking assumptions.
Assumptions of what?
Who listeners don't ever assume that everyone on our podcast is white, because they're not. We will always have one minority on the podcast. We'll let you decide who that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jay. Jay's Asian.
You gave him a couple windows.
I did, yeah.
Of,
3 frames.
who could it be?
Who is it? I don't know. It's Jay. He's Korean, the northern one.
No.
Not Korean, baby.
Okay.
Yes.
The middle one?
Not quite. You're close.
Is there a middle one?
The border.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I wanna
the
go-
fucking-
I
What is
wanna
that?
fucking
The
shot.
What is that? Like the
The demilitarization
yeah.
zone?
Yeah, the zero zone or something like that. I forget what the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
I think it's just-
where they'll shoot you.
Yeah.
They'll shoot anybody, right? Who shoots?
Yeah.
Is it North or South Korea that shoots?
It's
Depends on
I
who's
think
coming
it's
from
both.
which side.
It's both.
Oh,
Like, it's
really?
like-
They'll both?
I think it's like on either side.
A lot
So-
of gun sounds.
What?
A lot of gun
A
sounds.
lot of gun sound.
Thank you, Bad Baby, for your one good song.
Fucking slaps.
Not even that good of a song. That song sucks.
I know, but it's the only one that's tolerable.
Brady.
Okay.
That's like saying Gucci or Little
Gucci
Pump
Guns.
is a good rapper.
I can think
He
of at
is,
least
bro.
2 good little pump songs.
What? Is Skid It and Gucci Gang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
two in
and
his
I
whole
love
career.
That's like a Kanye West song.
It's a collab.
No, that Kanye West came up with that song basically.
Well, he still had a part in it. Fine, 2.5 good songs.
Okay, that's
Two and a
fair.
half of how many songs he's written.
Men.
Stop. I can hear that. Stop it, bastard.
This is the ASMR section with Matt.
God
Can you guess what that is?
It's an A flat.
Actually, it's an A minor.
Fuck my ass.
You were close though.
Big music guy.
Big music guy.
Oh
Oh yeah.
First, I
you
beat
find
the
that list?
drums.
What list?
It's your
Send you a
mom.
list.
My sports list, yeah.
Ah.
I mean, I have like random
Except-
questions we could ask. Oh. Okay, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Okay. I mean, I can keep that part in.
Yeah, we're not gonna keep that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah.
30
We
seconds.
won't.
I mean, I can just cut it.
Yeah.
Jay, you'd be surprised. I'm kind of a computer wizard. Kapow.
Hang yourself.
Okay, so I'll take that one off the list. I only have 2 other questions.
Menstruation.
We talked about that
We
earlier.
literally agreed we weren't going to talk about that.
I know.
What about aliens? You guys think aliens are real?
I don't think space is real.
What?
What? Are you fucking?
The fuck? Are you retarded?
Are you dumb?
Have you ever seen space?
Yes, right there.
Yeah, I look out my window at night and I see the stars in space.
Okay, you know what?
I don't think the moon landing was real.
I actually don't think that was real either.
Well, I think the moon is real, but I don't think.
How can space be fake but the moon real?
I was just fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
But no, like at the time we were racing the Soviet or the USSR,
Yeah.
and we wanted to get on the moon.
Yeah, it was
first.
a political stuff.
It was because we were losing in
Mhm.
like
Everything
We
else.
wanted to get to this. We wanted to get the first man. They beat us to the moon first to like orbit,
Mm-hmm.
so we wanted to beat them with the first man on the moon.
Well, they beat us with everything. They got a satellite up first.
Well, not economy.
No, I meant like
Boom,
space.
got
I'll
him.
drink to that.
Okay. Cheers! I'll drink to the American economy.
I would, but I'm out of a drink.
You're out. You might.
Holy fuck, man.
Dude, it's one shot in a bunch of
Go
cream
get,
soda.
go get another one.
Yeah, so the
We don't
moon
even
landing was
fireball.
fake. At
We'll
the
go
time
get a rum and
period,
coke.
But
You finished the Coke. Let's get more Coke.
We got normal coke.
You have normal Coke?
Yeah.
Should I go get one?
Yes.
You gonna get one?
Should I go get one?
Yeah, go get one. We'll keep chugging along here.
Alright.
Matt will be right back.
He's an alcoholic and he finished his drink in about 15 seconds.
hell yeah.
Matt said, "Hell yeah, don't you dyke." Matt knows we're recording. Slams door anyway.
Whatever.
No, I don't think the moon landing was real either. Who was the president at the time? JFK?
No, it was
Who was-
later.
Oh, it was later.
Um,
Was that LBJ?
I think so.
That guy's a
Kind
weird.
of a queer.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Should we talk about our political swing? I mean, if we said LBJ is a queer,
Oh yeah.
and I said Andrew Jackson and Reagan are the top tier.
Yeah.
The S tier.
S tier presidents. Obama's up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, on presidents to ruin this country. Obama, S tier on presidents that ruined our country.
Right behind. No, FDR. He's right behind FDR.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those of you that haven't gathered already, this is going to be a mostly conservative based podcast when we do talk about politics. Brady and I are pretty. Brady's more passionate than I am, I'd say.
I'm more based.
I don't know if you're more based. You're just more passionate. I kind of don't give a fuck in some
I
things.
probably know more about politics.
Definitely do, yeah, 100%. One thing I do care about though is fucking guns in the military.
Women. Women in the military.
You ever see a woman in loosely hanging camo pants and a loose camo jacket and think, whew, bun in her hair's in a bun, and you're like, wow. Whew. If that's not progression, I don't know what is. That's what I think when I see a woman in the army. Mostly the Air Force, because they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Just you can sit down, buddy. There you go. Good slam. Matt, what's your political agenda? What's your views? Okay, Matt. 3 things you want to change in this country. Go. 1, 2, 3. Top 3.
I don't know. I never think about these kind of things.
Matt, 3 things. Jay, Brady, you're next.
Why do I gotta start?
I don't know. Fine, Jay, you start.
Dude, I could care less of shit.
Probably should.
I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with
You're
politics.
part of the problem, Jay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are part of the problem.
You're underinformed.
Apparently I'm from North Korea, so I gotta bring
I've
it down.
never said that.
No, I know, but they just did earlier.
So
Jay is not
South
from North Korea. He was born in San Antonio like the rest of us.
was not born in San Antonio.
Jay, we gotta keep up the... Okay, he was born an hour outside of San Antonio.
The lie has to continue.
The lie has to yeah.
Which would be the Mexican border.
Big Spurs guy.
Shut the fuck
Hmm.
up.
Yo, roll Spurs.
Yeah.
Wait, we talked about the Vikings, didn't we?
Yo.
Big Viking fans.
We just love the NFL.
Look who... Huh?
Oh
Some
my
funny
God.
Video.
Matt, way to throw out the whole name, dipshit.
God damn it.
Fuck, you can bleep it.
I have to.
We weren't even supposed to say his actual name. He sent me we have a group chat for my friends from school, back home.
From West?
Yeah. But he put that in there.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was book club.
Oh. No, I didn't get it, so it wasn't book club.
I guess you're just not special enough.
I already know Danny doesn't like me.
But he likes me.
We're gonna have to... I'll probably just cut some of that
You
out.
should probably
Probably
cut
the
that
whole thing.
Cut that whole
Yeah.
thing.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Okay, Brady, I guess these two are faggots.
Okay.
What are you-
Okay.
Brady, top 3 things you want to change in this country. Oh, he leans in.
Border security.
Good one. Is that number 1?
Wait.
Um,
Question: do you want to change it for better or for worse?
Better.
Okay, just want to make sure.
What's defined as better?
Yeah. What?
Stronger.
Stronger. I'm not gonna say build the wall,
We already did.
but I'm gonna say build the wall.
Yeah, build the wall.
Or just better implementation of, not keeping records of who comes into our country and
Absolutely.
shit like that.
Absolutely.
Strong border.
Here's my take on immigration. Ready for this? Totally cool with people coming in,
The right process.
going through the process, paying fucking taxes. Taxes suck dick, dude. If
Yeah.
there should be a literacy test to vote, we had a literacy test before to vote.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
that
that was to make sure black people didn't vote. But there should be some form of political exam to where it's do you have any fucking idea what's going on?
Happened twice today.
Yeah.
That's second time.
Well,
That
I think
happens all the
yeah, everyone should take that because if they have no idea of what they're voting for, or what they're
Yeah.
instead
There-
of just voting with an R or D,
Yeah, there should be an exam so you have some fucking clue what's going on. There should be some form of proof that you actually legally live in this country. And felons already can't vote. I don't give a shit if felons vote or not, honestly. I mean, I guess that's kind of the point of a felony. That's something
takes
you
away
lose.
your,
Yeah.
You just you got rid of your rights.
Yeah.
So you should get that taken away.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But I'm cool with Mexicans being in this country. I don't give a shit.
Well, not just Mexicans.
Anybody, but there's a lot of it's mostly Mexicans
Yeah.
that come through. I don't give a shit as long as they're here legally and they fucking pay taxes and they don't fucking raise crime. They're just here being normal people because and they gotta speak fucking English.
Agreed.
I'm fucking.
Agreed.
It's so annoying.
Well, I think everything's so back. Like, we want to have better border security. Every fucking country in the world has border security, and we get fucking a bad rap for it.
Yeah.
You know, we're one of the highest people of immigration, like letting people in.
Well, we're a country founded on immigration.
Yeah.
I don't think we should lose that identity.
Well, yeah, I'm cool with that too. Like, I'm fine with immigration and people coming to the country.
I think immigration goes hand in hand with our country identity of like capitalism, but it's doing it correctly. Like that's the difference because we're not currently, absolutely not. Okay, that was number one, Brady. Good number one.
Thank you.
Number two.
It's kind of a hot button.
That's why we're talking about it. Viewers.
Number two would probably be. I don't really know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to think on it more.
Yeah,
There's a lot of other things that are messed up and that
Yeah.
need correction, but it's hard to say on the spot. I mean, just like gun shit,
Well, yeah,
but
that's important. Something you didn't mention that is important, which is you're fine. You didn't mention it. Big anti-abortion clan here. We definitely gotta get rid of that shit. Cause fuck people who kill babies. Like that's fucked up. I mean, I don't really know what else to say.
That's really all there is to it.
Yeah.
well, I think it's funny how if like you murder a mother with child, you get a double count of like a double murder.
Do you really?
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
and as like, and if you kill your baby, it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
count as
It's
murder.
just picking and choosing.
Yeah,
It's
So-
when you want it to be convenient to your
I think
story.
it's kind of a fucking double standard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Jay, your thoughts?
Huh?
What are your thoughts on abortion?
Fuck abortion, dude.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Have you ever seen the videos of what they do?
You
That's
can
fucked
see
up.
like the babies screaming. Like it's so fucked up.
I remind me never to watch those videos.
Do not. They're so messed up.
You should watch it.
Well, you
No,
should.
probably not.
Why?
You should to stay
I
woke
think they should show people what actually happens.
before they.
People just think like, oh, the baby just disappears
No, they fucking put a vacuum in there and they rip
and
their limb.
harvest their organs.
Yeah, and they rip the limbs out. You can
Yeah.
see. You literally see the baby screaming. Like it's not a pain-free process for the baby.
Damn.
Because they
They have pain receptors.
Well, yeah, they have a brain, so they have nerve endings. They have pain
True.
receptors.
You know.
Like if you God forbid you punch a woman in the stomach while she's pregnant, the baby feels it too. Like they have nerve receptors.
True.
So like when you put a vacuum in there and you suck out a limb or it limb by limb, because that's what it does.
Mhm.
Well now they're doing the syringes now.
They do syringes. They put this substance in there too, like a chemical,
Mhm.
where it, like
And like you can see like I've seen videos of like they put the syringe in there and you can see the baby like backing away. Like it pushes away from it. It knows it like it sees the syringe and it sees that it's dangerous. Like it's just so unnatural. It's just so fucked up.
yeah, our morality in our countries. You would think when like our everything like technology gets higher, but I think when technology gets higher, we get to a certain point, our morality drops.
Mm-hmm. Black Mirror. It's basically. I mean, that's basically what Black Mirror is. It's like technology's fucking us over.
Is that TV show?
Mm-hmm. Have you seen it?
No.
It's good.
It's good.
I was gonna watch it.
There's some good episodes. Have you seen the Striking Vipers one, Brady? That one's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Jay, it's two guys. They're like two college buddies that like played video. Like, they played like fucking.
Can't remember.
It's like, what's the game? Street Fighter. It's like Street Fighter. And like they played that as as buddies growing up. Then they like fell apart. And then they came back together for like a reunion. And he got him this VR headset, and you like plug into the VR, and you're like actually in there, and you can feel and sense it. And so like they start by just fighting, then they end up just fucking like all the time. And so like one of the guys is married, and he's just like and he gets obsessed with this game and fucking his best friend in the game. It's so fucking.
What the fuck?
It's so weird, and they have like scenes where they're like banging in the game, and then it switches to them like in real life, and they're just sitting on the couch like this. Like they're just sitting there, their eyes are glazed over. It's so fucking funny.
Black Mirror's good though.
It is good.
Ow, fuck.
What'd you do?
I hit my shit on the fucking
Book on the
Ow.
shelf.
no on the fucking chair.
Oh, dumbass.
fuck. That hurt.
No, Black Mirror is good. I haven't seen every episode, but the episodes I have,
I heard it was good. I just haven't watched
the
it.
episode where they make the governor fuck the pig.
That's the first episode.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. He fucks it for 2 hours.
The girl's free.
What?
And the girl is free.
The
so
whole
they didn't have
time?
to fuck it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not really technology based. I don't know.
I mean, it's based off not just technology. That's
Yeah.
a big concept.
Yeah.
but-
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the first ever Buzz Bullshit podcast. If you like this conversation and you want to hear us continue it, make sure you check out the next episode, which will be the same people that were in the first episode. TJ, Brady, Jay, and Matt. We'll be talking about myths that we think are real and are not real, like the Loch Ness Monster, Barefoot, and aliens. So make sure you check it out. Thanks, guys.